Ready to fire round one. We've got Llanowar Elves, Firebolt, Prismatic Lens. Can't possibly mulligan this. Seems fine. And we have all of our colors, right? Because we've got Prismatic Lens. Aggressive. Alright, well, Mog Fanatic kills our Llanowar Elf. I do still get to play Phantom Monster, though. Yeah, okay. Mog War Marshal's fine. We're actually okay here. We can... I don't really feel like attacking with Phantom Monster. I maybe could, but it seems way better for us to just hold back and play defensively. Our deck is a lot slower. We've got the late game to win. Yeah, Fervent Cathar is exactly the reason why we don't want to do that kind of thing. Opponent can attack in with the whole team and lose just a 1-1. Take 5. Is that worth killing the 1-1, or do I just want to trade with a 2-2? I think that I actually eat a 1-1 here. We just keep adding to our board. We play Trigon Predator and Scour Barons, go up to 11. Oh, they have Mog Fanatic. Okay, well, I mean, now I traded for 2 things. That seems fine. Not amazing, but fine. They only have... I maybe could have even attacked with the Trigon Predator. Oh, wow, they didn't pay the Echo cost. Ah, because they have another Wake Dancer. That's pretty sweet. Alright, alright. And opponent plays land. And nothing. Jungle Hollow. Sure. So now we get in with the Twisted Abomination, because they have to block it. And that's basically... It's not quite as good as it is on defense, but it's close. It just cuts down a creature still. Seems fine to me. We go up to 12. Opponent's down to 3. I think we've got this. I mean, it's certainly possible that they just stack a bunch of burn spells now and kill us, but it doesn't seem super likely. There we go. And we got there. Ooh, Haunted Knight's Reach wouldn't have been that bad. Ooh, this seems good. Prismatic Lens can fix for our blue, and we have a Phyrexian Rager, which is always kind of nice. All the goblins and a zombie. I'll block a goblin still. I mean, our opponent could have Mog Fanatic like they did the other times, but it seems worth it. I mean, I get a card and a half out of it. Another Wake Dancer. Ew. Well, that would have happened if I'd have blocked a 2-2 as well. That is pretty bad for us. Ooh, Phyrexian Rager doesn't necessarily look as good as Trigon Predator. I guess we can just trade Rager for something. And I can Trigon Predator, and if I get an island, I can like Trigon Predator and Warden of Evocile next turn. Let's play the Rager. Firebolt. Alright, Firebolt seems better than Looter. Although... I can play Trigon Predator and Firebolt next turn, so alright, we'll play Looter. Just because I can for sure maximize my mana on those 2 next turn, it makes sense to do this. Civic Wayfinder and Phyrexian Rager are for sure trading with zombies or Wake Dancers or whatever now. Alright, so let's Trigon Predator and play Firebolt on Autocrat. I actually did that wrong. I could have played Abundant Growth and then Firebolted. Because I could have tapped 1, 2, 3, used Abundant Growth to put it on, like, the Swamp, and then I could have Firebolted Sengir Autocrat, so I should have actually drawn an extra card here. That was kind of stupid of me. Going a little too fast. Get some of those tokens out of the way, so at least we're not too worried about some kind of pump like that. Even like an Orcish Oriflame there would be insane. It still would be really bad, but... I can mitigate it a little bit by getting rid of all the tokens. If the tokens are in play and they pump their team's power at all, then we're just dead. Blood Artist. Oh, yeah. That is another reason that we really don't want to have Sengir Autocrat around. So opponent's just willing to throw things away now. For obvious reasons. Blood Artist being pretty nasty here. So we take 4 damage, and we're down to 3, and we just have to hope that our opponent doesn't have Chain Lightning or something. I can shoot Blood Artist, we go to 2. And then we have Trigon Predator to block. Yeah, this is going to be dicey. No question. Did I miscount? I guess so? Weird. So I go to 1 when I kill Blood Artist. Alright, well. I mean, it's basically the same effect either way. And then I got distracted and didn't use the looter. Ugh, I'm sorry. This is not good play on my part. This is okay, at least. Alright, I can't do that. I can Abundant Growth, but that doesn't help. Play Llanowar. So we're basically just dead right now. Let's draw a card. If I draw another Firebolt, I can kill the Blood Artist. If I'd drawn first, I could have... I'm playing so terribly. So the way that I should have done things, I should have looted last turn. If I had looted last turn, I'd have already just discarded, like, Phantom Monster or Factor Fiction. And then had the land, played the land, Firebolted the Blood Artist. Then I shouldn't have played Llanowar Elves first. I should have looted on my turn. And then I would have been able to draw the land, discard Phantom Monster, Factor Fiction again, and Firebolt the Blood Artist. Now... I go to 1 against Wake Dancer, and then I kind of can't win. So I think any tap land will actually save us. Have to discard Factor Fiction, I think. It's Abundant Growth onto the Swamp. Let's see if we draw tap land. We need to slow down and play a little better. Alright, that is very helpful. We got lucky there. We get to play the Warden of Evocile. So now we have the Firebolt for the Blood Artist next turn, and we still only go to 1, because our opponent can throw Wake Dancer away to deal us a point of damage. Okay, they don't do that. That's a very good sign for us. We have Firebolt on Blood Artist, so red, 3, 4, 5, and I can still play Phantom Monster. Alright, cool. Okay. Oof. Getting back Blood Artist is scary. Because Blood Artist kills us very fast. In fact, it kills us this turn, because all they have to do is just play Blood Artist, activate Mishra's Factory, and we're just dead. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. Alright. Well, that will be game. Gross. Yep, Blood Artist is a card. Ooh, this is nice. Double Honden's sweet. We get to cycle Twisted Abomination for a swamp so we can hit Prodigal Sorcerer and Warden. Yeah, this actually looks really good. If we can get Warden and Prodigal Sorcerer together, we're in great shape. Opponent mulliganed, which is nice. We're getting pretty lucky if we're mulliganing less than our 2-color opponent. We're in 5 colors. Won't lie already. Oh no, they had to keep a 1-land hand and they don't have anything? That could turn out very poorly for them. Ooh. Let's just go... actually, let's just go Warden first. Thinking, like, they could have Mog Fanatic. That's alright, we'll play the Prodigal Sorcerer. Sorcerer is... I might have wanted to shoot the Goblin token right now, actually. Just so that they didn't get Wake Dancer again. Yeah, I think that I should have actually shot their Goblin token on our turn. It might be worth it to take the 1 damage from the Goblin now and do it at end of turn. Yeah, I should have saved myself 1 damage, but I don't think that I should make the mistake of possibly walking into that. Because like, if they have another Wake Dancer, that's just really bad. Dragon Egg? Huh. I haven't seen any actual sacrifice effects from the opponent. I mean, I've seen a lot of cards that trigger off of sacrifice, like the Blood Artist and the Wake Dancers, but I haven't seen any sacrifice effects, just like Echo. They can just let things die. Now opponent discards 2 cards. Oh man. Haunted of Night's Reach is probably going to get 5 cards out of our opponent's hand. Blood Artist and Carrion Feeder. That's actually kind of terrifying. If that's the cards they're throwing away, what do they have? Play the Swiftwater and then play Sentinel Spider. 2 spirits a turn seems pretty good against our opponent here. Feeling pretty good. And then again, they can't hold on to any cards to keep burn up or anything like that and just stack that damage. Nice. Whew. Alright, well, that unfortunately was not very much of a game from our opponent's perspective. They didn't get a lot of chance to actually play anything. We just kind of ran them over. They missed out on a couple lands. We played a Haunted Knight's Reach and it ate their lunch. Round 2 is fired here. We're ready to go. I think that I'm going to keep this. Civic Wayfinder should be able to get us our other color that we really need, which is blue. And then Deep Analysis should be able to draw us like what we need after that. It's kind of the hope. Alright, we get Trigon Predator. That's acceptable. It's a good blocker for this Civic, Elite Vanguard. Oof. Alright then. We are in some amount of trouble. At least Trigon Predator should be very good against our opponent. We do have to take another 4 damage here, and then we have to hope that our opponent doesn't have a way to kill Trigon Predator. If they do, we could be in a lot of trouble. If they don't, we just get to kill the Armadillo Cloak. They're slamming this. Oh, wow, it's an 8-7. Okay, then. Huh. Right, then. I mean, Trigon Predator at least is quite good here. That's the good news. The bad news is that we're kind of getting hammered. We can stop it from having trample by killing Armadillo Cloak. So that's a thing. Really want to go down to 5. I don't know, I could go down to 5. It might not be that bad. I have the Trigon to kill the Ancestral Mask, and then next turn I can Prodigal Sorcerer. I think I take the damage here. There's Firebolt. Okay. So that's a thing. Let's attack with the Trigon Predator. Oh, do they have second thoughts? I hope not. It feels like they might. I think that I have to walk into it, though. So they might have second thoughts that exiles an attacking creature, but I just don't think that I have an option to do anything differently. Alright, good. Whew. And now I'm going to play Haunted of Knight's Reach and Firebolt this Elite Vanguard. We may be okay. Okay, opponent discards their last card, and now we're looking pretty good. Ooh, Brago. Wow. Alright, their deck is kind of nice. Let's get down. I think just get down the Honden. Trigon Predator saved us in this game. Oh, man. I'm glad that we have those Seal of Cleansings in the sideboard, too. Opponent plays another Elite Vanguard. We only have 1 tapped. Oh, wow. And scoops. Whew! What a game. Yeah. Game 2, we have Jungle Hollow, we have Abundant Growth, so we've got all of our colors. Bam. Did it. Gotta keep this hand. I mean, double Firebolt seems quite good, too, if we can stop them before they get Armadillo Cloak on something. As long as they don't just go insane off of Armadillo Cloak right away, we're probably fine. I mean, we can Firebolt turn 2 here, because we just untap Jungle Hollow, play Abundant Growth onto the plains, and then Firebolt something. They don't have the mana to put a Armadillo Cloak on anything by that point. Risk. Ooh, cycling a Shoreline Ranger. That's a great sign for us. We're going to just Haunted of Knight's Reach and just get rid of our opponent's hand here. And they have 7 cards in hand again. It's just a dicey place to be when your opponent has Haunted of Knight's Reach. And we attack with Rager. We can hopefully just naturally draw a land next turn. They might have Counterspell. Oh man, if they have Counterspell for that, they don't. Alright, good. But, hopefully we draw a natural land next turn and we just play Honden. Oh, wow, the opponent scooped. Whew! I was like, if we don't draw it, we can Civic Wayfinder it up, but, yeah, apparently unnecessary. And we win the match. Haunted of Knight's Reach gets there. Opponent just... So, very nicely, we, played out for the QP or no split. Oh, no, we want to split. Alright. Opponent is asking if we want to, split. We want to split, but we just want a full match for the recording. Alright, so there. Luckily enough, we come up against Sean O, who I believe I've seen in the stream a few times, so that's kind of sweet. We'll definitely split, though. It's worth it in these kind of drafts. $25 a draft, you want to make sure that you're getting your money worth. It's easy to have a really good deck and just end up being a little bit mana screwed and suddenly lose, so there's no reason to bother doing that. Like, you might as well just take your guaranteed money and get out. It's way better value for you most of the time. Alright, this is good. And let's go. I will definitely play first. Actually, this is okay. We do have Twisted Abomination to fix mana as well. I was going to say we don't have the mana fixing. Oh, wow, they already mulliganed to 6. That's good. Oh, I thought they were going to mulligan to 5. Alright. Still fine, though. Alright, so we go cycle Twisted Abomination. We can get a Swamp. And then hopefully we can land Honden fairly soon. We'll see what happens. Wow. Alright. Immediately drew this Honden of Life's Web. Remember I said that the two Hondens have kind of seemed glued together? This is a good example of that. This is a very good example of that. So you get to play Yavimaya Enchantress, and then Honden. Expecting it to die? Nope. Alright, yeah, this definitely looks like a Burning Vengeance deck. Desperate Ravings seems very combo-y. Oh, get to Slinger. One turn before it becomes a 3/3. Ouch. If they pay the mana for Gitu Slinger, though, then they're discarding more off the Honden. So I think we're okay just playing Honden still. We can take the 2 damage and make them pay for their whole turn. Next. Okay, now we have all the mana that we need. We'll leave back the Phyrexian Rager to block. Next turn we get Honden of Life's Web, and we're good to go. Ooh. So block the Borderland Marauder or block the Soldier. Oh, they're just going to flashback Silent Departure, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Quiet Speculation. Yeah, they have to have a Burning Vengeance. They're like a weird hybrid deck between the two. So take another 5 if we just go Honden. Is that worthwhile? I could also play Coalition Honor Guard. I could play Honor Guard and Looter, or I can play Honor Guard and Thornwood. Could also Rager, Looter, and Thornwood. So we've got some options. Honden of Life's Web gets out of hand really fast, so I do want to do that. Go to 9. Play the Thornwood Falls, go to 10. So I'll be at 10 life and have the double Hondens, and then I can Firebolt and stuff afterwards. Could also just Firebolt the Borderline Marauder right now. You know, that might actually just be the best option. We Firebolt it now, play the Thornwood. And then next turn I can Looter and Honden. Yeah, that seems good. That way, too, if we just play, like, a Phyrexian Rager and Merfolk Looter or something this turn, it's not unlikely that our opponent just, like, kills the Rager and hits us for 5 anyways. And that's not wonderful for us, so I kind of like this. We do lose pretty quickly if our opponent gets down a Burning Vengeance, that's for sure. Although, actually, do we? They don't have any Retrace, so they only have Silent Departure as a flashback card. I was thinking that they would have Retrace and they could just burn us out very quickly, but that's probably not the case now that I think about it. Alright, so it's Merfolk Looter. Probably discarding the island. Yes, definitely. This Honden is just spitting out value for us. We get Honor Guard. And I probably just play Prodigal Sorcerer over Warden. It's kind of close. Yeah, you know, I might just be willing to trade, like, most of this off. What do we have? If our opponent attacks everything, I have to worry about the... Like I said, I do have to worry about a Rally the Peasants. So maybe just 2. Maybe none because of the Mog War Marshal. No, I think 2 looks good. We still have a lot of blockers then. Yeah, makes a lot of sense that Marg War Marshal blocks. I like gaining the life, but I might want it for looters, so I'm just going to wait. We'll play Warden. I guess the fly-in's probably more relevant right now. Just because we deal a ton of damage in the air. Alright, yeah. Opponent concedes. And on to game 2. Bam. Ooh. I like this. I like it. Get a turn 2 Abundant Growth. It's a little bit awkward with all the tap lands in the Prismatic Lens. I wouldn't mind an untapped land. Another tap land's pretty awkward. We are going to take a bunch of damage here, so we're going to take 5, go to 12. Still can't play Twisted Abomination at that point. I go back up to 13 by playing Swiftwater. Prodigal Sorcerer can block and shoot something the turn after. Ooh, Silent Departure. Alright. That's pretty nasty, I will admit. Merfolk Looter. So if I play the Swiftwater, I can't play Prodigal and Merfolk. If I play the Plains, I can, but then I might miss out on Twisted Abomination. I think that Twisted Abomination is just important enough, and considering my opponent just used Silent Departure last turn on the Prodigal, they'll probably do it again. And then I can have Twisted Abomination come down and hopefully stabilize from there. Oh, jeez. Alright. Another Silent Departure, just hard cast, not flashbacked. That is going to make things very difficult. And now Borderland Marauder. Oof. We just don't have a way out of this. Alright, well, that's the game. We're just dead here. There's no reason to try and show extra cards because it just doesn't make any sense. I have no way to get out of that. They can bounce any creature that we play. There's no way that we get to play multiple creatures, so we will certainly play first. Oof. This is interesting. I have the Hydroblast. I have Abundant Growth to draw a card. I'm on the play, though. I don't think I can keep this. Firebolt's sweet. Like, we have 2 removal spells, but we need to draw a lot of running lands to actually make this worthwhile. So we have to mulligan here. I think I have to keep this one. Enchantress is a creature, so we'll keep it. So we go Thornwood. It's too bad, because like one more land in that last hand would have been really sweet. Just take out one of the top end cards and put in a land instead. Ooh, Honden of Life's Web. Yes, please. I will certainly just attack with Civic Wayfinder here. We can take 2 for 2 here, I think. They're stuck on land. I feel like they're going to have to be a little bit defensive soon. Maybe. I can't imagine they keep attacking here. Alright, I will snap trade a spirit. And we get to keep attacking for 2. If they leave back the soldiers, I think now I Firebolt, because then I can keep getting in with Civic Wayfinder. Oh, Sentinel Spider. Oh, man. Alright, so Mog War Marshal. They do also have 2 Silent Departures in their graveyard now, so when this game goes long, yep, there's the Burning Vengeance. It is going to go long. So we have Firebolt in our graveyard. I could Firebolt a Mog War Marshal or just a Goblin. If I Firebolt the Goblin, they can't double luck Wayfinder. Seems like the thing we want to do. And I think I'm going to loot right now. Dragon Egg. Sure. Just keep up the pressure. Our opponent's going to have to pick off a lot of our creatures with this Burning Vengeance because they just need to stabilize. We just have to stop them from stabilizing. Gonna bounce. Oh, Faithless Looting Flashback. Kill the looter. I mean, they're still dead on board. Maybe they have another Silent Departure for the spider? Certainly possible. Seismic Stomp. Alright, well, cool. So there we go. We managed to 3-0 with our first 5-color deck. I'll be excited to do the next one. And we'll give our opponent their 2 packs as deserved, because we had offered the split beforehand. That was a very sweet game. We had a lot of fun with this deck. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. It managed to churn out a lot of value. I think that part of why the deck is good for 5 colors is that you force everybody else's decks to just be a little bit worse. Like, all of your signals are so weird and all over the place. Nobody quite knows what's happening. And it can be easy to make somebody train wreck a draft when you're doing that kind of a strategy. So it works out quite well. We'll see what it does for the next round, but I'm excited. Ooh, and now there's Vindicate. Yeah, Necrotol followed up by Vindicate? That seems pretty good.